pregnancy is gross. There's so many things that no one ever tells you about that happen and you think, is this normal? So today we are busting all the myths about pregnancy symptoms. I'm Claire, I'm a midwife, and I'm going to hopefully answer all the questions that you have never thought to ask. I've got with me Becky and Hayley, who are both pregnant, and we are going to go and bust some myths and do some tips, tricks and hacks to being a bit more comfortable whilst you're pregnant.
I feel like let's just jump straight in at the deep end with cervical mucus.
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah.
So at this stage, in the third trimester, I'm just going to say it how it is. Sometimes you just get mixed up. Is it discharge? Is it your waters? Or is it wee?
Yeah. Yes.
Which one is it?
Oh God, I can't answer that one. But yeah, it is hard. I mean, I get people coming all the time that think that their waters have gone, and it can feel like a little bit of damp on your pad, you know, and people have come in thinking they've gone, and it's actually just wee.
It's actually quite worrying when you get to this stage.
Because you're looking for symptoms though, aren't you? Because you're kind of getting fed up now. And you're thinking, right, okay, it's nearly the end. Is this it?
Yeah.
Although not quite yet with 35 weeks. But
I hope not.
I think the biggest thing, if you're having increased discharge and you're thinking to yourself, oh, what's this? Put a pad on. Mm-hmm. So not a panty liner, you know, one of the maternity pads.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you have got like a full heavy pad after an hour, you need to kind of have a look and see what it looks like. So waters tend to be clear or straw coloured rather than like a wee colour. And it's really important that if there's anything green, any like green waters, you have to call the hospital straight away. Have you had a show yet?
No.
How about you?
Thankfully.
No.
What's that? Sorry.
So losing your mucus plug?
No.
You will know.
Oh. Right. No, I haven't. No, nothing yet. No.
So that might happen for you quite soon, actually, because you're getting towards a bit further ahead, aren't
you?
Basically, when you lose your mucus plug or have a show, it's like there's no other way to describe it as like snot. Yeah,
jellyfish.
Yeah. And sometimes,
is it quite a lot though?
You can lose it like bit by bit. I lost mine bit by bit.
Oh, I lost mine all in one go.
Yeah. Really?
So it comes like you'll go to the loo, you'll take your pants down, and you'll see like snot on your in your pants.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be streaked with a bit of blood. Okay. That's what we call a bloody show, and that's normal as well. Yeah. As long as it's not like fresh red blood you're losing, it's like mixed in with discharge and stringy. That's normal, but there's a bit of a myth with that really, because people think that when you lose your mucus plug, you're going to go straight into labour. Some people do, but I lost mine at about 33 weeks, and I was just sat there for another 5 weeks bouncing on my ball, and nothing happened. Any other questions?
I think sticking with the nether regions while we're down there, can we talk about piles?
Yeah, we can.
I had them with my first pregnancy very, very late on, which I thought, fair enough, baby's heavy, no worries, like that's normal. This time I had them at like 17 weeks.
Oh,
and I was like, why? The baby's like the size of a apple or something. Yeah. Like there was no weight kind of bearing down, and I just didn't understand why I got them so early.
No, I don't think there's any method or reason as to why, but you know, they are really, really common when you're pregnant.
And so gross.
Oh, they're so painful as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I couldn't stand up.
I know. It's one of them things that is not dangerous for a pregnancy. It's unpleasant, incredibly unpleasant, but you can use creams. So just pop to your GP or call them and see which ones are suitable for you.
Something not so gross. Swelling in the feet, I think pretty much every pregnant mum must have it at some point in their pregnancy. Yeah. But it's just so uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And especially like if you've got a day out or something and your feet are already swelled, is there anything you can do to like stop them from swelling more or like being so uncomfortable?
So with swelling, there's obviously a couple of things that you need to mention. Kind of basic swelling is very normal. But there are some types of swelling that we need to look out for with regards to a condition called preeclampsia. I'll go through that in a minute. So with simple swelling and things like that, elevation and cold is probably your best bet. Keeping them higher than your heart, but you can't lie on your back when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
You need to be on your side. So kind of like somehow giving you a symptom where, giving yourself a position where your legs can be higher than your height. It helps to drain the fluid. Cold baths, just for your feet, they're quite good. And also you can kind of get compression stockings in some situations if it's really bothering you. But otherwise it's nothing of any damage. If you're getting any swelling in your face, neck and hands, you need to see a midwife or call the triage number for your hospital. Because when you have that, that is a sign of possibly preeclampsia, which is a condition to do with your liver, your blood pressure, and it impacts on the baby with the placenta.
What's the difference between that and water retention? Because I get horrific water retention everywhere. Like my hands are quite swollen now. My rings don't fit anymore. Around here, I've like got a chicken neck now. So I do get quite bad water retention. Yeah. How do I tell the difference between like something that I should go and be seen about and just standard?
Probably that's not something that you can sort out yourself. I would always err on the side of caution, and we're always very cautious when it comes to things like preeclampsia, because if your blood pressure goes very high, it can obviously cause, in the worst case scenario, a fit, which is very, very serious. So if you have got it, I would really go and get checked out.
So I've heard about this hormone relaxin.
Yeah.
I found that it's kind of relaxed everything in my body, including my digestive system. So for about 2 weeks, I had what I thought was a tummy bug, and now it's just completely gone.
Yeah.
Does it relax your digestive system as well?
Yeah, it relaxes everything. It's a bit annoying, really, isn't it?
It's horrendous. I was just like, why have I got diarrhea?
So
for no reason.
Your body produces it so that your tummy muscles can relax, ready for the bump to grow. But unfortunately, it doesn't just work on your tummy muscles, it works on all the muscles in your body. That's why it's easier to kind of like have back pain. Pulling a muscle is so much easier. Even if you're doing day-to-day things, you might find that you're easier kind of, you get pain quicker and easier than you would have. But yeah, it can affect your digestive system as well. Kind of all the muscles that help your bump grow and eventually will help in your labour are very connected to your bowel. So anything like that can cause kind of bowel disturbances as well.
Brilliant.
Yeah, wonderful.
I've had a lot of heartburn, like it has been horrendous at some points. I find that when it comes on most is when I'm hungry. I don't know if that's like the same for everyone, but is there anything you can do to like prevent the heartburn from being so horrendous?
Yeah. You can't really prevent it. I mean, in the worst cases, you can take like antacids, and you can get some from the doctors that will help. They just reduce the amount of acid in your tummy. Unfortunately, it's another product of relaxing because it's just the part between your throat and your stomach relaxes so that acid can flow back up easier. Yeah. So it's one of those unfortunate side effects of relaxing.
I always get it when I'm lying down at night, and I can just feel it in my throat, and I'm just like, well,
it's so horrible.
Particularly after eating curry. Can't eat curry anymore.
Where's the shock?
Gutted.
So I've had a bit of a experience with emotions being quite high. We was watching a TV program. So there was an elephant at a circus, and the elephant came on stage. They were doing tricks with this elephant, little tiny baby elephant, and then I don't know if the elephant got scared or something, so it pooed on the stage, and then it literally headbutted someone and tried to run off the stage, and I literally cried my eyes out.
You look a bit emotional now.
I actually cried my eyes out, but then my partner was like, are you okay? And then I started laughing because he was making me laugh, and I was like, but then I started crying again because I thought about the elephant.
I cried
it's absolutely crazy.
For days when I just had my daughter and someone on Bake Off, their cake melted, and I literally wept for days about it. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I had one woman once that cried at a DFS advert. It's
understandable.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it is normal, unfortunately, for everyone around us. I mean, I look back on it now and I was a horrible person when I was pregnant, but at the time I was so sure that I was right. And my poor husband and my poor mother and everyone around, they must have been there like, don't say a word to her, she'll crack.
I get like this inner rage like, I don't ever really say anything, but in my head, oh my goodness, I'm raging, and I'm just shopping around a supermarket or something, and someone will have like
Cut you up.
just accidentally, like cut me up, and I can't drop it. I
rage now
can't let
about
it go. It's awful. I become this horrible, just ragey, hormonal mess.
I know. It's a bit of a stereotype, isn't it, really, that you become a hormonal mess? But unfortunately, it's a very normal and good symptom, because it shows that all your hormones are high, and that it shows that, you know, everything is going as it should be, because you need your hormones to keep yourself going and to grow the pregnancy. So unfortunately, it's one of the other people that are going to have to sort it out. It's not your problem. You'll just have to live with me. Give it 9 months, and then hopefully you perhaps be on more of an even keel.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. So that's it for us for now. If you've got any questions that we've not answered before, please pop them in the comments below, and we will try and answer them for you. So thank you so much, Becky and Hayley, for coming today to do this video with us. If you do want to, you can subscribe to Mumsnet. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and hopefully we will see you over on the website.